Welcome to Unabashed You, Susan Crow, and we're going to call you Sue because we can. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. It's wonderful to have you here. Sue and I met in a coach training course, and we're still connected as we go through these 9 months. And I am thoroughly enjoying watching it all unfold for both of us. And I've had so much fun watching Sue grow into all of this.
Thanks. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. Is there anything you want the listeners to know about you as we get started here?
Um, I couldn't really think of anything that was like vital to understanding me. I'm
That's
I'm
fine.
pretty much an open book.
Right. And again, like I told you before we hopped on, there are no wrong answers here. So you can say, yeah, not really. Let's go. Okay.
That's
So
perfect.
3 words to describe yourself. How would you describe yourself?
Okay, so I picked goofy, driven, and very real or authentic.
Ah, I like those for you. And I
Yeah.
don't even know you that well, but I already see that. So you are clearly showing up, and the word real or authentic is it's a really good word for you. And I see goofy in your posts on Instagram and your reels. So fun, so
Yes.
fun. All right, 2 truths and a lie. Do you know how to play this?
I do know how to play it. Okay.
Great.
So I lived in Japan for about 8 years. I speak fluent Spanish, and I always dreamed about being a mom when I was a little girl. All I ever wanted was family and to take care of my kids and my husband.
Oh gosh. Okay. Lived in Japan for 8 years. You threw a number in there sort of at the last second. So I'm going to set that one aside because it could be 7 or 10 or never, or, anyway. And
Could be.
you speak Spanish fluently. I think you speak Spanish. I don't know about the fluently part. You're really good at this. And you dreamed about being a mom when you were a little girl. I think a lot of little girls dream that, but excuse me, maybe you didn't actually dream it. Maybe you just thought about it. Gosh, Sue, I could go so many different ways with this. Oh my gosh. Okay, what is my gut is telling me to go with the Japan one. So how'd I do?
No, I did live in Japan for almost 8 years. It
Oh
was
my
like
gosh.
7 years and 10 months.
Wow. And you said almost.
Yep.
Okay, so do you speak Spanish?
Not fluently.
Okay. That was my second choice. Like, okay, well, maybe
Yeah.
she speaks it, but not fluently.
Yeah.
And you did dream of being a mom when you were
I
little,
did. That was
right?
all I ever wanted to be for a very long time.
Oh, and I think that is very common as,
Yeah.
little girls, we fantasize about being a mom one day.
Yeah.
Those are so fun, Sue. Well done. Well done. One
Thank
of your
you.
favorite movies of all time.
Okay, one of my favorite movies of all time is The Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, my son is going to love hearing that.
Yeah.
Oh,
My family and I
okay.
quote it all the time to each other. It's a
Okay,
cult
so
classic over here.
okay, so why is it one of your favorites? It's just fun.
Oh, it's just fun. It's got excellent quotables and like it's just like embedded itself in our family culture and I love it.
Right. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to tell.
Yes.
Okay, and a person that inspires you.
A person that inspires me is actually my jujitsu coach, Christy Lowe.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're
So,
a jujitsu. I gotta look how to
yeah.
spell that. I think I got it. Okay. Oh my gosh. So you do jujitsu. Boy, that is a tongue
I
twister.
do. It is a little bit of a tongue twister. Yeah.
Well, good for you. Good for
Thanks.
you. That seems like a hard thing, and it seems like a
It
very
is.
disciplined thing.
Both. Yes to both for sure.
Wow. Now, how long have you been doing this? I just have to ask.
I've been doing it for about 4 years now. My
Wow.
kids started about 2 years before I did. So I sat and watched for 2 years before they were old enough to then sit and watch me for a little while.
Oh, that is great. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Good for you. I'm very impressed by that. That's
Thanks.
fabulous. Okay, and why does she inspire you?
So she she's had a lot more to overcome. I think she's 10 years younger than me. So she's not quite a bit younger than me, but
All
younger
right.
enough.
Yeah, right.
Um, and she's had a lot to overcome. Do you need me to get rid of the cat?
No, I don't care.
Can you hear him? Okay.
No, I can't
He's
hear him.
loud
I
and
don't even care if
obnoxious.
he hops into the camera. It's all good.
Okay.
Okay.
So she's younger than me. She's had a lot of hardships to overcome, and she is so dedicated to her coaching, her kids, her husband, and just living a good life that I find it very inspiring.
Okay. I
And
love that about her.
she thinks that she's really negative, but she always comes with a positive attitude and is very motivating to
And
me.
there's something very
So,
infectious about being around somebody with a positive attitude, right? And regardless
yes.
of what they have going on in their life, if they're
Yeah.
showing up and they're positive, there's just something very,
Yeah.
alluring or compelling about that. Ooh, I love
Yeah.
that. Okay, please give Christy like we already really like her. So tell
Okay.
her that she's
Good.
inspiring us too. And a piece of wisdom you keep handy. What wisdom do you keep handy?
Okay. So I recently just started using Jody Moore's look at me being so human. Oh my gosh, I'm just a cute little human. And I use it with myself and I use it with other people and it has helped me to drop a lot of the judgment that that usually kicks around in my head, you know?
Right. Oh, I've sort of forgotten about that one. And Jody Moore is the coach, the training program that Sue and I are both a part of. That is a really good reminder. I don't think I've really adopted that one enough
Yeah.
into like how I speak to myself. In fact, I was just having this morning like, oh man, this and that, and you did too much of that yesterday, and. Yeah,
Yep.
and so, yes, I need to, hop on that train and say, "Oh, come on now. That was look at you being human." Yeah, that
Yeah.
is really a good one. I really like that. Well, thank you for that reminder because I'm gonna
Oh,
I'm gonna try to assimilate that and get that
good.
incorporated into
I
what I got going on here.
it really helps me be super compassionate with myself and with my husband.
Yes, well, yes, yes. And that's good. I mean, that is a good thing,
Yeah.
a very good thing. All right, so now we're going to take our deep dive. And as you know, we're in the series Permission to Want More,
Okay.
What's
Yeah.
Next and What's Left. So let's have ourselves a conversation around that. When did you first realize that you might not be done yet?
Um, so I feel like there's a lot of iterations to this for
Yes.
me. Um, we have 5 kids, and I am still convinced that we needed to have another son because, I mean, my youngest child is 13, and as recently as 3 years ago, I still miscounted my boys. So I'm like, that door is, I mean, the door is closed, but I feel like there was somebody missing there. Um, but for like this evolution or iteration or
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it for me, um, I think I was kind of waiting for Jody to open a coaching program. And when
Oh.
she opened it the first time, I was like, oh, I'm going to do it. And I waited and I hesitated. And then I missed the application deadline. And the way I felt after that, I was like, oh, this is something that I really do want to do. This isn't just like hey, it'd be cool if this was like a part, not a part of me, something
Yeah.
that I needed to do to continue my own growth and evolution. And so, probably if this is 2026, probably February of 2025, I was like, yeah, we're not satisfied with where we are right now. We have more to do.
Right. And there's that nudge, that urge that just and I'm so glad that you're not stuffing it down or making it be quiet, that you're paying attention to it so much so that you put a little half-hearted feeler out and then realize, oh no, I did really want to do that. So I'm going to make sure that I'm ready for the next go round. And you did. And I have no doubt that you are thrilled that you
Oh
are
yeah.
going into this, even though it's fraught with all kinds of questions and doubts. And
Yes.
yes, but nevertheless, we are still forging ahead with, all of these new skills and thoughts and all of that. So, yay, look at you. I'm
Yeah.
so glad. I was so glad that you said yes to yourself. And
Me too.
what did you want that you were afraid to admit, even maybe even to yourself?
So I've admitted it to myself now, and so it's easier to admit to other people. Um, I really, so I don't want to be a social influencer, but I really want to have a big influence on the world. Does that
Oh,
make sense?
nice.
So
Yes.
I want to teach people how to manage their brain, how to control their thoughts and create the lives they want. And that was a big thing to admit to myself. I want to expand my influence and reach a lot of people.
Right.
And
And yeah, it's interesting that and I notice this too with myself. You have to convince yourself first. You have
yeah,
to be comfortable with what you want, and then you find yourself being more able to say it out loud. I absolutely am just delighted with you know, the dream that you have and that you are pursuing it, because I have no doubt, I know people that don't do that thing, or
yeah,
they just spend their whole life, just not their whole life, but part of their life just sort of shrunken in and not, expanding out. And I think it's so important to
yeah.
listen to that. I mean, I think we both believe God put that there for a reason, and he would like you
I
to
think he did.
yeah, and he would like you to do something with it. Well, that is just fantastic. And what fear tried to convince you to stay where you were?
Um, I was really afraid that I would upset my husband
Okay.
and make my marriage really, really hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you feel comfortable sharing with us how you dealt with that fear?
Um, the desire to move forward with what I felt really called and impressed to do was stronger than my fear. It got to that point. And so I
Ooh,
did it. Um, and it did upset my husband, and it does
okay.
make my marriage a little bit harder.
Okay. What would I say? How would I describe this? I am very moved by the fact that you recognize my desire is greater than my fear of how he might react. And that you didn't just stuff that down. You didn't just say,
Yeah.
oh well, oh well.
Yeah.
And you are facing those challenges and you're figuring it out,
Yeah.
figuring it out.
It's, I think that at the end, or not that there is an end, but like eventually I will be in a better place. I will be extremely fulfilled, and then that will then pour back into our marriage. And
Yes,
I will have developed all of these skills and changed the dance steps a little bit so that
yes,
um, everything will be better in the end.
yes. And having that belief, that conviction, and you're going to do your part to see that through.
Yeah, for
Bravo.
sure. Thanks.
Wow, that is great. Um, let's see, where am I right now? And so, how did okay, you recognize that the desire was greater than the fear. And then, how did you put that into practical terms? You just proceeded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I um I filled out the application for coaching
Yeah.
and I got accepted and I was like, okay, we're doing it. Um,
You did a thing. You did it.
yeah,
You made it real. You made it
yeah,
real. I mean, it's one thing to say, okay, there's all these steps and you're outlining them so well. You recognize that the desire was greater than the fear. But what does that look like? Well, you filled out the application.
yep. And I was like, if I get picked, awesome. If I don't, no worries.
Right.
And I got picked and I was kind of shocked. I was like, surely there are people that are more qualified than me.
I don't think it's about qualification,
Yeah.
right? I think it's
Yeah.
about desire and the ability to learn what's necessary.
Yeah. I mean, it's not about qualification because I didn't have any.
Well, yes. What
So,
kind of qualification would we even need to have? The
yeah.
desire really is the
Yeah.
qualification,
Oh,
and
I like that.
yeah, the desire is the qualification, and from there, the openness to learn. The openness to learn and just be a little sponge and soak it in and practice it and
Yeah.
proceed. Oh my goodness. That is what would you say to a woman who's listening or a man and who
Okay.
feels like it's too late? What would you say to them?
Oh, it's never too late.
Yeah.
It's never too late. And let me think about how to put this into words.
Yeah.
Um, it's worth it's worth all of the negative emotions to
Yeah.
do what you want to do because you're going to feel the negative emotions anyways. It's either
Yes.
going to eat you from the inside out or because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing or you're going to be doing what you feel called to do and the negative emotions will be different, but you'll be being filled by what you're doing. So
Oh my
it doesn't
gosh.
matter. You're going to feel
Yeah.
negative emotions anyways, but
Right.
some negative emotions refine and progress you.
Right. That is a very well made point because it's not like you are escaping negative emotions. You're not.
No.
You're in a way you're prolonging them and you're just making them
Yeah.
look different. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is extraordinarily well said. Is there
Oh, good.
anything in conclusion here for part one that you feel like you didn't get to say?
Um, do I feel like I need to say? Just do it. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Yes. Yeah.
Sloppy success beats perfect failure every time.
Uh, yes. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that, and I think for those of us who are perfectionists, and I would say that that's something I've been working on for a long time, but that permission to not have to do it perfectly,
Yeah,
because it's such a self-induced thing in the first place, right?
it is. Yeah.
And then just the B minus, it can be B minus, doesn't have
Yep.
to be
It can.
A, it can be B minus, and
Yes.
permission to do that doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, where can people find you if you want to be found?
Um, so the easiest place to find me is Sue Crow Coaching on Instagram. It's just Sue, S-U-E, Crow, C-R-O-W, coaching at
Right.
on Instagram.
Okay, that is great. Okay, well, thank you so much, Sue.
Absolutely.
It's been so much fun. I just
Good.
feel
Yes.
full. Thank you.
Good. Absolutely.